It began in the first quarter of 2020. Bill Jordan reached out to me via LinkedIn just to try to find a source for new market intelligence for solar. And so we started talking on a business level, and through our conversation I learned about his nonprofit organization, which is called Let's Share the Sun. And so I was very intrigued by his project, and as I learned more, it seemed to fit our purpose.
Let's Share the Sun has actively sought out collaborations with industry partners. I think transforming the way we power our planet is a theme that we really resonate with. So in networking in the industry, different people from Mackenzie came forward and said, hey, we'd like to support this project and see if we can't build an ongoing relationship with Let's Share the Sun, which we're absolutely thrilled about, especially coming out of this experience in Adjuntas this week.
The project was very attractive on many levels. First of all, with Let's Share the Sun, they were very appealing to us because they very much want to get involved in the community. It's not a transaction for them, and we didn't want it to be for us either. So they work with local contractors, local suppliers. They build a community within the community to make sure that it's a lasting project.
We have been actively seeking ways in which we can contribute to our environment, right? How can we lead the sustainability initiative? And in that respect, Let's Share the Sun is a perfect fit. Mackenzie, along with the funding that we provided, the bigger thing is they wanted us to come here to experience this and to have this connection and this community, and to be part of this conversation going forward, right? It's not a one-time conversation. We want to carry this forward.
Getting electricity to these remote parts of the island is obviously very hard, and you need the investment, but infrastructure is one of the main issues, especially in distribution and transmission lines. You can see how distributed generation or microgrids can be of such help and would impact and change the lives of people that live here. Electricity and power is so intermittent, and after Hurricane Maria, people here, they would tell us their stories. They'd spent 8 months without constant power.
Pues después de María estuvimos aquí sobre 4 o 5 meses, 4 meses, sin que nadie viniera aquí. Nos quedamos sin luz. Aquí se fue esta casa, se fue la casa del vecino, se fue esa casa. La casa mía sufrió algunos daños, pero no mucho. Yo la perdí en George sí la perdí completa. En María pues perdimos algo, pero fue muy duro porque en ese momento mi señora no estaba enferma, pero ya estaba padeciendo de los pulmones.
La opción que teníamos, velar las gasolineras que cuando podían, porque todo Puerto Rico estaba en la misma situación. Lo único, pues, que acá en el campo a nosotros se nos hace más difícil porque las ayudas se tardan en llegar y el mismo gobierno se tardó un montón. Nosotros tuvimos casi un año sin luz. Y pues entonces se nos hacía difícil para la insulina enfriarse, pues. Entonces velábamos para buscar gasolina y con la planta tenerla 8 horas prendidas, darle un descanso y volvíamos a volver a prenderla para entonces seguir generando y hacer las cositas que teníamos que hacer.
This has been, even for me, eye-opening, and I'm from here. Like I've seen the poverty in Puerto Rico, but this is extreme here, and these people really need help. And it's not that, like, it's more of a matter of luck, because me living in San Juan, I got power, 6 months after Hurricane Maria. Here was like a year, and that's not fair. So like, it's not their fault. Like, we're not trying to be the saviors here. We're trying to give them back what they deserve.
And these are people with medical needs and that live very far from the city or from food sources. So, all of that makes you realize how important it is to create awareness about these solutions that are right at our hands.
So our number one priority, they spend about $150 a month for electricity. So the electricity in Adjuntas and in Puerto Rico is the second highest for any part of the United States after Hawaii. So the usage isn't as high, but the median income here is $9,000. The median household income's $14,000. So paying $150 a month for energy really, that's a significant expense.
So it was a process to select the families. We actually started with 200 families and then pared it down to the 10. So the main thing we went off was medical needs and then also like the income of the family to try to impact the most people.
Pues hemos tenido varios criterios desde que comenzamos esta hermosa misión de cucubanos en nuestro pueblo de Adjuntas, como le llamamos. Al principio siempre ha sido pues, la seguridad de las personas en cuanto a sus enfermedades, ya bien sea la diabetes, diálisis peritoneal, alimentación también, porque es muy importante que tú estés alimentado para estar con buena salud. Pues estamos en la preparación de 10 cucubanos ahora y en este momento pues se tomó en consideración aquellas personas que estuvieran encamadas y que que la energía era muy importante para ellos subsistir y pues tuvimos esa oportunidad donde pues tuvimos una gran llamada de personas que fueron más de 200 personas.
I feel like we definitely chose the 10 beneficiaries the most democratic way possible, ranking them, calling them over 100 site visits, and it all culminated in a meeting with local town leaders, doctors, administrators, and nurses, where we were expecting to chat for an hour and it went late in the night, really debating to find the people that would benefit the most. So it was difficult. We had 4 people from the list pass away and tell us that they wanted to withdraw their application. But I feel like we definitely chose the 10 sites in a very fair and democratic way. And even if some of those calls were difficult, it's fulfilling to know that the people who are getting it deserve it and they need it.
So this project is an excellent way for us to actually exercise and live and breathe the new mission statement, which is to transform the way we power our planet. So it's an excellent way for us to actually, other than just writing about the energy transition, we are exercising it and physically bringing change to the local people.
Being at Mackenzie, we do corporate coverage. We work with a lot of clients, but in terms of the world needs energy access, right? There's a lot of energy issues, and I wanted to do my bit. And when this project came along, the fact that we would be a part of something really big, something that would transcend boundaries, that was a very exciting thing for me.
Casa Pueblo has been leading these initiatives with their community, and they speak by example. So they were the first ones to have solar panels in their roofs. They're protesting and they create awareness, but they're also showing possible solutions and they act.
Pues mira, en el 1999, lo que pasa es que nosotros siempre estamos como aprendiendo. Hace tantos años, en 1999, pusimos 3 paneles solares en el patio para empezar a aprender cómo era la energía solar. Y entonces, ese fue el punto de partida. Y logramos en el 2017 que la Casa Pueblo fuese 100% independiente de energía y funcionamos al 100 con la energía solar. La casa aquí hay una microred. Generamos la electricidad de toda la casa, del apartamento, del cine solar, de la biblioteca, de la galería, de la escuela de música y de la radio. Pero lo más interesante de esto, que fue ahí en el 2017, en julio, y 3 meses después, el huracán María azotó a Puerto Rico y nos tuvieron 5 meses al país sin energía. Vivían oscuras. Pero Casa Pueblo desde el primer día tenía energía y la casa se convirtió en un oasis energético.
Casa Pueblo has done a great job of really educating the entire town of Adjuntas about solar and the benefits. It's really interesting to be in a place where everyone's so on board with solar. I mean, they've had marches celebrating solar, celebrating the opening of the microgrid in town. So it's really a place where people are so enthusiastic. I mean, their goal is to be the first solar town in the world.
Es decir, que en Adjuntas está ocurriendo una transformación en el paisaje energético. Hay personas haciendo instalaciones propias. Nosotros hemos ayudado a sobre 200 familias. Casa Pueblo mediando con amigos como los de Let's Share the Sun, la fundación, y con otros que ven en Adjuntas un proceso de transformación que quieren apoyar, porque va dentro de un contexto de no hacer... todas estas intervenciones persiguen un bien mayor, un cambio mayor. Entonces eso está ocurriendo en Adjuntas, desde abajo, desde la base comunitaria. Y creo que hemos ido avanzando bastante en esa ruta.
Solar in Puerto Rico, that's something I've always been interested in renewables. And then I live in Puerto Rico, so it was kind of the perfect project, and I also get to see my family, so it's the best of both worlds.
I was really drawn to this project. I got involved through Notre Dame Energy and the Energy Studies minor, but I was personally really interested because I'm super passionate about solar energy in general, and I think that it's really important to also empower individuals and local communities and enable them to make their own power.
So because I speak Spanish, I've been able to engage a lot with the beneficiaries and hear their stories. So there was this one beneficiary called Juan Luis. He was very nice to say that even though he doesn't have the economic resources to give back or to pay for what we're giving to them, just opening the doors to his home is more, and being thankful for it is more than he can ever give back.
But the people here are just so hospitable, they're so nice, welcoming. People were just so grateful with what they had and grateful for getting access to energy, reliable energy, which is just a basic human right, right? All of us have it. We don't think about charging our phones. We just turn on the light and voila, it's done. Whereas here, that's a struggle, and that's really sad. Everyone should have access to energy.
¿Cuántos años habían pasado con esa intermitencia en la electricidad?
Son 21 años.
21 años.
Sí, cumplimos 22 ahora. Vamos para 22.
Es decir, que después de 22 años van a dormir tranquilos, hacer su vida relajados y felices.
Sí, gracias a Dios y a ustedes. Porque esto, si no es por ustedes, bueno, que nos dan la mano especialmente a los necesitados, porque el gobierno no... Sí. Pero gracias a ustedes y que el Señor los siga bendiciendo a todos ustedes.
Mucho me ha cambiado. En esta semana, después de que se pusieron las placas, se fue la luz. Y no nos dimos cuenta que se había ido la luz. Todo el mundo, ella es hermana de mi esposa, y ella dijo, ¿no tiene luz? ¿Tiene luz? Le digo, sí. Digo, no, aquí se fue la luz. Bien feliz y agradecido de Casa Pueblo, porque sin esa institución sin fines de lucro, que no es del gobierno, que no tiene nada que ver con el gobierno, pues es tremendo. Sin Casa Pueblo no somos aquí, yo creo que no somos nadie.
Ha cambiado un 100% en el sentido de que ahora, antes la preocupación, la planta estaba prendida, ya tú la empiezas a escuchar sonar ya distinto, tú dices, ya esta ya mismo se va. Y posiblemente la otra todavía no está funcionando. El desespero desmantelándola, tratando de chequear, porque decía, a esta le queda poco ya. Ahora, si se va, pues sé que tengo energía, tengo las plantas por si también pasase algo, pero hasta ahora está todo bregando bien, no ha habido problemas y, ¿sabes? La preocupación es mucha menos.
It's really great for me to see all of these different groups working together in this project. I think the more people and different kinds of groups that get involved, the better. And yeah, to me, as I'm going into the corporate world, it is really important to me to see that corporations really do care and to make a difference in communities.
The trip has been impactful for me because, again, we write about the energy transition. You know, we often think about it on a utility scale or a corporate scale, but this is real and it's now and it's having an immediate impact on these people's lives. So, not to overstate it, but in many ways it is life or death. And they're not going to get it through conventional fuel sources and traditional generation. They need to have the distributed solar, localized energy stored on site. And so I think from that standpoint, it's brought the energy transition much closer to home.
I always say it's amazing what a small handful of solar panels can actually achieve when you bring people together. And so it's about something much larger than the actual economics of the solar panels on homes where there's medical needs. That is significant, but far more significant is the sharing of community with people of need, because we all have needs, and it's a mutual type of relationship of benefit where we hear the people's stories and they hear ours. It's very moving. I think the week was a huge success, and I look forward to a lot more collaboration like this as we do more installations like we've done this week.
Each and every one of us, if we have the opportunity, we should try to go for a volunteer trip, which Let's Share the Sun or any other organization, because it's a great way to really see how people are living in different countries and different places, and to understand what their problems are, how their life is different from ours, and how we can contribute and how we can learn from them.
Mackenzie has opened the doors to us to collaborate in ways that we don't usually do, because yes, our research and our consulting is very impactful, but these little seeds that we're planting by going to these places and leaving our mark and telling them about our experience or helping out in any way that we can, it really adds that extra value to our lives, and it shows how Mackenzie can get involved with communities that would have never thought that someone from our company could have gotten there and helped them.
Todos los días estamos aprendiendo, y me hace feliz también que hay tanta y tanta gente buena, que los conozco como ustedes, como Bill, como Tim. De Estados Unidos hay tanta gente que vienen aquí que me hace sentir que hay posibilidades de un cambio grande. Mientras hay mucho pesimismo, en el caso mío y de Casa Pueblo, aquí está el optimismo por cantidades industriales.
Pues a mí, mi deseo sería que no solamente yo, sino que todo el mundo, no solamente en Puerto Rico, sino toda parte del mundo, que no tuviera que depender del petróleo, mucho mejor. Porque esa fuente de energía Dios la puso ahí para todos nosotros. Y si la sabemos aprovechar, que sea para todos, no es para uno solo, sino para todo el mundo.